Imagine for a moment you're running a local business, maybe a new gym in a busy city. It's 2 a.m., a potential client is up, they're interested, and they call your main line.
But you're closed.
Exactly. The lights are out, your staff is home asleep. That call goes completely unanswered.
And that's a lost lead.
A good one, too. You lost it just because your business, stops working when the clock strikes midnight.
Right.
So today we're deep diving into how to build a friendly, incredibly responsive 247 AI receptionist.
One that sounds human.
Perfectly human. It answers every question, qualifies the lead, and can even sign the customer up. And the really revolutionary part,
It's free.
we can build this entire thing for free.
Welcome back to the deep dive. This is less about theory today and much more about action. Our mission is to unpack a really practical 2026 guide on building and deploying these automated AI voice agents.
And we're using Google's Gemini 3 Flash model to do it.
Exactly.
The sources, they essentially lay out a blueprint for a one-person automated sales team. So we're going to trace the 4 critical steps from engineering the agent's personality with a brain dump technique to prioritizing speed and finally nailing the monetization.
So let's define that first. What exactly is an AI voice agent, in this context?
Good question.
It's basically a conversational digital assistant. It's engineered to sound completely human, and it handles specific tasks for a business.
Like booking a reservation.
Or qualifying a complex lead, all just using voice.
And the key here, and I think this is important, is we're focusing on a zero-code process.
Right, using Google AI Studio.
Before we get into that, though, we have to talk about the model that makes it all possible.
Gemini 3 Flash.
That's the one.
Flash is really the core insight here. It's an ultra-low latency AI model.
And latency just means delay.
Yeah, it's just optimized for pure speed, which is, and this is the key, the most essential feature for a natural flowing conversation. Without that speed, the whole thing just falls apart.
Okay, so let's unpack that. This idea that the conversational rhythm is everything.
It is everything.
If you look back just a couple of years, building that 2 a.m. agent would have cost thousands.
So easily. And specialist developers.
Right. You'd need people managing API calls, latency issues. The sources really emphasize that Gemini 3 Pro, and especially Flash, have made this, and I'm quoting here, stupid easy.
Yeah. And free to start. Which brings us right to the critical insight of this whole guide.
Which is?
The main measure of success for a voice agent is low latency execution.
Not how smart it is.
Exactly. It's not about having the absolute smartest AI on the planet.
That's fascinating. So you're saying it's defined by milliseconds, not by raw intelligence.
Precisely. If the agent takes more than, say, 1 second to think and reply, that rhythm is gone.
It's broken.
Instantly broken. You've created a cognitive interrupt. The human brain stops talking to an assistant and starts staring at a loading screen.
That little lag just, removes the sense of presence.
It does, completely. The human element.
It's gone.
Yeah. And that is why Gemini 3 Flash is preferred over the larger, maybe even more capable Pro models.
Because its speed just ensures conversations feel snappy, natural.
It secured its role as the industry standard for 2026 voice agents.
So what specific friction point does Flash's ultra-low latency eliminate for the end user?
It just removes that awkward lag, the thing that makes the conversation feel robotic.
Okay, so let's get into the operational side. The core toolkit. The guide is very clear on this. 4 essential tools. All free, all from Google.
Right, and the first 2 work together. Number 1 is just standard Gemini, gemini.google.com.
And you use this as your senior prompt engineer.
Yeah. You use its intelligence to help you write the complex, high-level logic and instructions for your agent.
And the number 2 is Google AI Studio. That's the actual building environment.
Right, that's the platform where you pick the conversational voice apps template.
And that's where you get the speed of the Gemini 3 models.
And then number 3, of course, is the model itself, Gemini 3 Flash.
Which we've established is the non-negotiable choice for voice.
Yep, and number 4 is just a microphone.
Simple enough. You know, that pro tip in the source material really stuck with me.
Which one?
Always choose a specific, concrete business before starting.
Yeah. Don't build a generic agent.
Exactly. The details of a real business make writing the instructions so much faster and more focused.
So even though AI Studio is sort of aimed at developers, how quickly can a total non-coder go from an idea to a working agent?
You can go from an idea to a working voice agent in under 5 minutes.
That is just a staggering acceleration. Okay, so let's talk step 1, engineering the perfect brain instructions.
Right, and this is the strategic move that, separates the beginners from the pros.
Using AI to write the instructions for the AI.
Yes. The technique is called the brain dump. So instead of trying to write a flawless prompt yourself, you just paste a structured input into standard Gemini.
And you detail everything.
Everything. The business name, location, services, the agent's name, its core objective.
Like qualify leads and book tours.
Exactly. The target audience, the specific offer, like a $100 unlimited first month trial.
That level of detail lets Gemini output a really structured document.
It gives you the persona, the goals, a deep knowledge base, and that whole output is what you then copy.
But here's a thought. Do you risk getting that overly polite, synthetic AI speak?
That's a great question.
Why is Gemini's structured output actually better than a person just writing the instructions from scratch?
Because you guide it. You're not asking it for a script, you're asking it to generate a personality profile, and you tell it to be conversational and empathetic.
It ensures all the core objectives and personality details are covered?
Right. Which prevents something called prompt drift. And even experts deal with this.
Oh, absolutely. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself. You spend hours on the perfect instructions, and then one tiny change just breaks the entire tone. So using Gemini as that senior prompt engineer is a huge time saver.
Okay, let's move to step 2, building the agent in AI Studio.
The environment looks a little technical, but it's really not. Don't be intimidated.
The action steps are basically click, copy, and paste.
In the sidebar, you could build, then you select the template.
The conversational voice apps template.
And then you just paste that whole structured instruction set, the persona, objectives, all of it, right into the system instructions box.
And then comes the big one, the decision that makes or breaks it.
The model choice. You have to select Gemini 3 Flash from the drop-down menu. Just ignore the others for voice.
We really can't overstate this, can we?
No. Speed is paramount. A slow agent means the user just hangs up. The whole effort is wasted.
So besides Flash, are there any other Gemini models that are even acceptable for getting that rhythm?
No. The sources are really clear on this. For voice, Flash is the only correct choice.
Okay, model selected, you hit build. Now we're at step 3, testing and humanizing your clone.
The testing environment here is fantastic. It's a split screen.
Your instructions on the left and a live preview, a chat box with a mic button on the right.
You grant mic access, and you can just start talking to it immediately.
And the testing isn't just, does it work? It's about context and, humanization.
Right. You have to act like a real customer, a skeptical one.
Ask it real questions. What exactly do you guys do? Is there a discount this month? Where should I park?
And you're listening for the tone. Is it stiff? Does it miss the key trial offer you put in the prompt? If it does, you need to refine it.
And the refinement loop is the best part. It's instant.
No recoding.
None. You just type a plain English command right into the chat box, something like, make the agent act more like a real human. It should just say, hey, instead of a long intro.
And it updates instantly.
On the fly, you test the new tone immediately.
So how significant is that instant update feature for, accelerating the whole process?
The ability to instantly refine and test streamlines the process dramatically. It's the difference between minutes and days of development time.
It really is the game changer in AI Studio.
Okay, so step 4 is taking this working agent and automating the sales pitch itself with a full prototype website.
The strategy here is about shortening the sales cycle. You build a full demo to handle all the client's objections before you even talk to them.
And you use that senior prompt engineer again. You go back to standard Gemini and use what the guide calls a concierge prompt.
To generate the landing page copy and structure.
Yes, but the key instruction you have to give it is to include the working AI chatbot, minimized on the bottom right of the page.
With voice mode ready to go.
Instantly. The guide uses that Manhattan gym example again. Personal training focus, recovery tools like a cold plunge and sauna, premium positioning.
And a clear call to action for the trial and booking appointments.
You run all of that through the concierge prompt, and the result is a professional-looking website.
With sales copy, placeholder images.
And you're working 247 sales agent embedded right there on the page.
Whoa. Imagine scaling this. You could build dozens of functional landing pages, each with a custom agent, for local businesses across an entire city. That's not just automation, that's market domination.
And to be clear, does generating this site in AI Studio require any separate hosting or coding?
No. The platform writes the copy and designs a functional landing page instantly.
All right, let's switch gears to the business side. Monetization and the demo first strategy. The idea is you're selling an outcome, not software.
Yeah, you're selling a 247 sales force.
And the strategy is brilliantly simple. Demo first.
You research a local business, a dentist, a plumber, whoever. You build a custom agent just for them using the steps we just went over.
Then you use the Share app feature in AI Studio. It generates a public URL.
And you just send a casual message to the owner, something like, no catch, just thought this was cool. You can talk to your new 24/7 receptionist right here.
The demo does all the selling.
And when they say yes, you've got 3 ways to deploy it. 1, just keep using that share URL for testing. 2, you can use a Google Cloud deployment. That turns it into a professional, scalable app, and the client pays for the usage.
And the third.
Export to GitHub. That's for technical clients who want full control.
So what about the numbers? What does the monetization math look like?
The guide suggests a setup fee, somewhere between $500 and $2,000.
For the customization and setup?
Exactly. Then, a recurring monthly maintenance fee, maybe $100 to $500.
And that covers keeping the prompt updated with new offers and things like that?
Correct. And if you integrate an actual phone number with a service like Twilio, that could add another $50 to $200 a month.
So a gym paying, say, $300 a month for a 247 receptionist that never misses a call and qualifies every lead.
It's an absolute bargain. It replaces paying someone minimum wage for nights and weekends.
So for a non-technical small business owner, which of those deployment options is the easiest entry point?
Using the Instant Share URL is the easiest way to let them test it. You know, if we connect this all to the big picture, the unique opportunity right now is just massive accessibility. Consistent, high-quality customer service, a 247 sales force can now be built by anyone with a browser.
In about 20 minutes.
And completely free to start.
The core nuggets are pretty clear. The whole process really hinges on using standard Gemini as your prompt engineer.
Right, your smart assistant.
Prioritizing that ultra-low latency Gemini 3 Flash model in AI Studio.
And making that demo-first strategy your key to monetization.
This just fundamentally rewrites the rules for how small businesses can operate.
It really does.
Think about it. We built this entire agent, website copy included, without writing a single line of code.
If you can use a word processor, you can do this.
You can now build a professional automated sales force. What used to require a huge staff now just requires knowing which buttons to click.
And prioritizing speed.
Above all else, it's time to stop just reading about this technology and start building with it.
We'd encourage you to open up AI Studio. Go build your first agent today. The tools are there.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time as we keep exploring the technology that is rewriting the rules of access and business.